Hello friends, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading. And in this pick a card reading, what are we doing? We're looking at your love story. So the love story between you and your future partner. Or your current partner maybe, it doesn't have to be, but it's just your love story. And we have 4 piles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile number 1 is with aventurine. Pile 2, aqua rose quartz. Pile 3 with angelite. Pile 4 with bumblebee jasper. And I do want to say I was inspired to do this reading by I was listening to Etta James. I love Etta James. I love oldies, like old music. It's like my favorite genre. And I was just listening to Trust in Me, and I thought, oh, I need to do a pick a card reading. And and I just wrote down some of my favorite Etta James songs. I mixed them up and everything and stuck them in the piles, so you'll see which song you get. But the timestamps will be down below, and I want to say some thank yous. So first of all, Taylor, thank you so much for the Darkwood Tarot. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be using it. And also I want to say thank you to Eve. Beautiful tarot bag, and I'm using it actually for my runes. So it's I have all my runes in here, along with I put a selenite in there so it can keep my runes nice and cleansed. And also Yandere, oh my goodness. So, okay, Yandere had a personal reading with me. We were talking about ancestors and stuff like that, and I had mentioned that my grandmother used to keep molasses cookies at her house. She always had them. One of my grandmothers, hers are pecan sandies. But my other grandmother and she's still alive, but my other grandmother who's passed, she always had molasses cookies, and they were always by the brand Archway. And so I came home from Walmart, and there's a Walmart box, and I was like, I didn't order anything from Walmart. What's this? And then I opened it up, and here are the cookies, because I couldn't find them in my local area, and so Yandere bought some for me. That's so sweet. Thank you. I've already eaten like half of this box, by the way. I just chowed down. I'm like crazy about them. But they taste just as good as I remember. So thank you so much for your thoughtfulness. All of you, thank you. And by the way, Shania, I've been in contact with you. I didn't get a message back yet. So I'm hoping that it didn't go to spam, but we've emailed before because you got something off my wish list before, and I did a reading for you. So I'm not sure why. Maybe you just haven't seen it. I hope you're okay. But yes, okay, so anyways, and everyone else, I think you should already have most of the rest of you should have your reading by the time this posts. So the other ones who have contacted me, who have gotten things off the wish list. So I am sending you guys lots of love, and I'm going to go ahead and start the reading now, and I'll see you there. Hello everyone. So if you chose pile number 1 with this aventurine, this is your reading. So let's find out more about your love story. Whether you're in it now or, it's to come in your life someday. We're looking more towards, your ultimate life partner. So with pile number 1, we're starting with the Judgment card. So the Judgment card, well, it can signify, first of all, that you will meet this person. It could be you or this person or both of you. There could be like mutual life experience. It usually indicates a new phase. For many of you, you might be a bit older, or it might be like a second marriage or something like that. Maybe your second serious relationship, for sure. Usually it talks about a significant stage in your own life, in your own journey. It's kind of an awakening time. So again, this person might coincide with a spiritual awakening as well, but also perhaps an awakening to a new phase of life. Usually, I could say that with Judgment, it usually suggests, in terms of a partner, if you want to kind of recognize maybe your partner's traits through the Judgment card, it usually represents somebody that who has a lot of life experience, somebody who has a lot of wisdom, somebody who perhaps has had, this can represent somebody who's had a previous partnership, like a long-term partnership. For some of you, if you are older, it's likely that this person will have children from a previous relationship. It can indicate somebody who's a bit serious. Again, there can be some kind of life experiences that have kind of led up to this point. Even if they're younger, they may have gone through a lot of life experiences already. Sometimes we get those, in many years. Sometimes we get a lot of life experiences jam-packed into a few years. So, that's all relative. But usually the Judgment card indicates somebody who's very fair and balanced, and somebody who's very attracted to you, as well as somebody who's, well, called to you, but also not very, the type to be very possessive or obsessive or anything like that. Now, let's get into the song. So the song you got is Loving Arms, and this is a beautiful song. And so, as some of you might have heard in the beginning, I chose all Etta James songs, and I just kind of shuffled them myself. But Loving Arms is one of my favorite songs, and in fact, this was also covered by the Dixie Chicks back in the, I think, early 2000s, I want to say, or something. But I love Etta James, so her version's very good as well. You know, well, the Dixie Chicks also have a good version. Just for some of you might, I know that like some of her songs that she's sung are more known by more modern artists. So, like, what is that one that the guy sings? Damn Your Eyes. That's a popular song nowadays. But yeah, Etta James also sings that song. So, the lyrics to this do indicate that perhaps you guys have had a lot of life experience by the time you meet this person. The lyrics are, if you could see me now, the one who said she'd rather roam, the one who said she'd rather be alone, if you could only see me now. So this does indicate that perhaps some of you might even come into this partnership having been jaded by previous relationships, or maybe just having a very strong sense of independence in your own self. And maybe, again, with the Judgment card, it could be like, this is a wake-up call. This relationship is something that you never expected, you never thought would come. Some of you might have even given up on love. For others of you also, by the way, I want to say the Judgment card can talk about a renewal in relationships. So for some of you, this could be somebody coming back from the past and getting a second chance in the future. Because the lyrics kind of coincide with this idea as well, because it says, if I could hold you now, just for a moment, if I could really make you mine, just for a while, turn back the hands of time, if I could only hold you now. And it's, I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comfort that I can, looking back and longing for the freedom of my chains and lying in your loving arms again. So for some of you, this could be that return of someone's loving arms from before, okay? But again, it could just be for some of you that you've, finally found some loving arms to wrap around you when maybe you thought that you would never find that in your life, okay? So, let's see. Close encounters. When I saw this card as I was shuffling, I really got the sense that many of you, you very may well know this person. For some of you, this person might be somebody that actually lives in your neighborhood, or you've actually brushed against them at some point in your life. And that doesn't mean that you actually know them, like know them, okay? This could be somebody that literally you see but you don't notice, you know what I'm saying? Or that you've somehow met randomly, but it might be one of those things where you find out that you actually knew each other. We also have recognition. First of all, I feel like this person is going to recognize you as your own individual. They're going to have a lot of appreciation for you, but I also get the sense that there will be a recognition when you do see this person. That's kind of why it's like this calling. You can see like this angel up in the sky. You'll recognize them in a different way once you get to that point. Again, because I feel like right now they're close encounters. You're seeing them, but you're not seeing them. For many of you, and this could be in the past for some of you, right? And we have here and now. It says your true love is already part of your life. So for some of you, you already know this person, okay? And for some of you, again, we have obstacles. This could indicate that at this point, both of you are perhaps in situations where you guys can't be together. So somebody could be in a relationship, or there could be some kind of other obstacles between the two of you. And that's why it's only been kind of like a close encounter rather than a full-on, meeting. Right? Because maybe at this time you guys are both in different stages or areas of your life. Okay? Now, and this also makes sense with the third house. The third house can actually represent your local neighborhood or short distances. So again, there's that idea of perhaps this person being right around you, right? And we have the first house, physical. I would definitely say that this person's going to be very intelligent, somebody who likes to talk a lot, somebody who's very cuddly and kind, somebody who's finds a lot of sparkling qualities in you and feels like you're definitely somebody worthy of their affection. And not just on a physical level, but a mental level. There's a strong mental bond here. We have the Yod as well, so destiny, which makes sense with the Judgment card. It feels like it's a calling from the heavens, you know, that this relationship is meant to be. And sometimes some of them, you know, sometimes there are obstacles in the way, and usually the obstacles represent growth times where, you know, if you hadn't have had these certain things happen, the relationship wouldn't have happened the way that it's meant to happen. So again, there might be obstacles along the way, okay? But just understand that eventually it will all work out for the best. We have discipline. So it's interesting because Judgment too can talk about somebody who has a lot of wisdom and somebody who is very disciplined at times, who can focus on what needs to be done. This could be somebody very focused on their own destiny. And with the third house, I'm getting, for some of you, there could be teachers here, writers. Well, you know, that could be the third house, writers, teachers, speakers, public speakers as well. So this person could be very well spoken. They might even have like a very wise aura about them. They might be the type to spout off advice, and they might have metaphors for everything. I want to say we have gamblers. So it says willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. I feel that with the Yod. I feel like this person, your partner, is going to have a strong urge towards a destiny, towards a life path of some kind, and they're willing to take the risks, because we also have visionary, right? So we have visionary and gambler. They have a vision for their future, and they're very disciplined in terms of going after it. They will do whatever it takes, you know, blood, sweat, tears, anything. Yeah, and see here we have visionary. It says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So yeah, this person sees something, and they could even see something in you as well. This person may recognize you even before you recognize them. For some of you, they might have a vision of you as their partner as soon as they meet you. But let's see here. We also have, it says relying on luck rather than hard work. I don't get that part, the shadow attribute, just because we do have discipline. So I do feel like this person does work hard and puts a lot of discipline into their endeavors and their goals. Let me see here. I want to get some runes here to describe more about this person. Thank you, Eve, for this beautiful bag off my wish list. Look at this. A secretive heart. So for some of you, this could be somebody that admires you secretly. And, oh yeah. It might be not ready to take, they're not ready. I feel like for many of you, there's definitely, we have the heart, right? Can represent romance, love, connection, and all that. And then we have the key, can represent something unlocked. So for some of you, you don't know this person very intimately yet. Or this person might be a little bit not ready to open up at this time. They might be in something where they can't really open up these feelings, or the universe hasn't quite unlocked this for you. Again, for some of you, it's like that you've had encounters with this person, but you don't recognize them in this way yet. I feel like for many of you, especially if you don't have anyone that comes to mind when I'm reading these cards. And then we have, of course, the gateway and the book. So someone who's very educated will definitely want to travel and experience many new things with you. I feel like it will be a big learning experience for you guys. Again, there could be some writing. This person could be very good at writing, or they might like to read. They might like to travel. Let's see. But I'm getting somebody who's very good with words. Tell me more about. So we have rich, good gentleman. So again, indicating somebody who's good. Maybe is well off, I guess. But richness can come from many different things, by the way. It can come from somebody who, is very kind, and richness doesn't only lie in material wealth, right? Rich character. So tell me more about this love story. Yeah, good gentleman. So again, now with gentlemen, of course, some of you may be like, that's okay. It can be the opposite, right? But it is indicating that this person's a very good person. They're not, they're gonna live up to the expectations of somebody that is kind and generous and has good intentions in their heart, you know, for everyone around them. Okie dokie, so let's get some tarot. Yep, there we have the King of Swords. So we get some air energy here because we have that third house, Gemini. And this doesn't have to be a sign, it could be. But it does indicate that this person is very intelligent, very good speaker, somebody who thinks a lot, who's very giving. This could be somebody, like I said, very articulate. They might have intellectual type of a job as well. So again, working with words, any kind of technical type of job. I could say with air sign jobs, I could think of like programming, science, health, you know, health careers. Well, no, sorry, not health careers. Sorry, that would be more like, no, sorry, that's not, well, maybe. I'm not writing that off, but I'm thinking more, they could be a lawyer or something like that, perhaps. Or, again, somebody with a lot of mental strength, intellectual type work. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. This could be somebody that tries to help people. Again, this person could have a position of power, something in which they try to extend their hand to people. They might have a vision for the future and helping a mass amount of people as well. They also, again, so if some of you, this person could be like the Aquarian type of 11th house energy, so they might want to help the community, social work or something like that. They could be into helping those that are less fortunate. Let me see how you'll meet. So for the majority of those people, number one spirit, how will they meet their person? Let's see, the Page of Pentacles. Whew, okay, so I have a few things here. Some of you may meet this person in a way that you least expect it. They could actually be helping you grow something or giving you some kind of advice. This could do with work, education, practical manners. It could even be, you know, gardening or something. Like gardening advice at like the, you know, like lumber store or something, you know, or not lumber store, what is it? Like, you know, like the... It could be a lot of different things, but it does seem it could be even somebody that gives you, there's some kind of, I think some kind of advice here, or perhaps you're giving them advice. It could be the other way around. I will say that I think that's going to obviously vary with such a big, you know, amount of people possibly watching this, but I do want to say that you will meet this person probably in a way that you don't quite expect it here. In the Seven of Pentacles, you can see she's sort of sleeping, you know, and so some of you, again, with that idea, with the Loving Arms song, and you may not realize, or you may not be looking for love when you find this person. You might have given up at some point, or will have given up, or not. You kind of more maybe focused on yourself, and then this person kind of comes as a surprise to you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna grab some charms real quick. Look at the runes back. We'll stop there. So we have London. Some of you, this person might be an English teacher. But they may also live in London or England or something, or maybe they live in a major city. We also have Treasure Island and Wuthering Heights. For some of you, this person might be a writer, or they love to read. We have this person has the key to your heart. Oh my god, that made sense with the runes, because we had the heart and the key to your heart. Oh my gosh. And we have grandmothers are great. So maybe there will be a grandmother connection. Again, this could be a message for some of you in terms of a grandmother saying hello to you. And we also have a feather, so it could feel very heaven sent. Or feather or leaf. Again, there could be a lot of changes in your life that lead up to this point. And the mushroom, the blue mushroom, does represent to me tranquility and peace that this connection will bring to you. We also have Hello Kitty. Oh, Hello Kitty. Well, it reminds me of something very sweet and kind. Hello Kitty might factor in somewhere, though. Maybe there will be a Hello Kitty gift or like something there. So it might not, it might come actually in some kind of form into your life. And then we have wishes do come true. So again, I feel like this person will be a wish come true. Wuthering Heights is an interesting one because that's quite a difficult love story. So maybe something about these stories, Treasure Island or Wuthering Heights, might mean something to you guys in terms of this connection. We also have Rapunzel. So Rapunzel, she's kind of you know, like, it can represent something in which maybe you weren't expecting that person, right? Because I don't think she was expecting her person, right? And again, there might have been some isolation or loneliness or separation from this person at some point, depending. And then we have Don't Look Back. That's not where you're going. So it's sort of like, again, with that idea of the what was it, the gambler. There might be a little bit of somebody who's moving forward in life and doesn't really want to look back at the past. They're kind of ready to burn, you know, throw a match out the back and burn it all down. Okay, so, and we'll get some letters for you, because I know I haven't done some letters in a minute. Okay, we have a lot of vowels, huh? Well, it seems like it. So we have oh, we don't have that. Never mind. We have swear. Oh, that song comes to my mind. There's a 90s song, I Swear. We have, let's see, one and win as well. I'm trying to see if we have any names. Of course, I'm not the best one. See, curse. We have curse. Some of you might feel like you're cursed in love or something like that when you meet before you meet this person. That might be why some of you might give up, you know? We also have ear. So there might be something significant about ears or hearing or something like that. Maybe there's like earrings or something. We also have, sad. Okay. We have crew. And we have red, so passionate. That's what I think of. Passion, love. And we also have SOS. So maybe there's some help, like I said, for some of you when you meet this person. Someone helps someone. We have dare. Again, with the gambler, this person could be quite daring, bold in how they behave. They might make big moves. Okay, we also have, the name Noor. Okay, there we have a girl's name, Noor. Okay, if we undo this, we put this down, we have summer. So, summer. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Dan. Okay. So Daniel, Dan, Danny. We have probably a lot more than I'm realizing. we have Rod, right? We have Ron, Ronald, Ronnie. We have, oh sorry, I'm like popping my knuckles. I never do, that's a bad habit. Okay, we also have Nasser. Man, we have a lot of Arabic names. Okay, let's see here. Well, yeah. We also have, oops. Wait. No, damn it. We don't have it. Never mind. I can't do it. We almost have Sarah, but not quite. Yeah, so that, I think I'll stop here. If you guys see any initials that stick out to you or some words, I would love it. We have wed, so like wedding. So again, you're probably gonna marry this person or have a wedding. But yeah, that's what I see. Ooh, we also have door. Open the door. Ooh, yes. Okay, so with the gateway, that makes sense. Opening doors to new opportunities and new lifestyle. So I'm gonna go because this is 23 minutes long, and I apologize for that. Sending you guys lots of love. Take care. If you liked it, let me know. And if you want personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. So take care of yourselves. Okay. Bye bye. Hey guys, so if you chose this pile, this is the Aqua Rose Quartz pile. So this is your reading and your future love stories. So or your current love story or your past love story, depending. So we have the star, and the star representing a relationship. Well, of course, it indicates a relationship that is very healing to both of you. It can talk about equality between the two of you. Okay, so for some of you, there's a certain freedom that comes along with this. There's a giddiness, a childlike happiness and innocence. For some of you, of course, this could be a first love. For others of you, though, this could represent, you know, the calm after a storm. So maybe for some of you, you come into this relationship a little bit battered by previous relationships, but this relationship shows you that love can be equal and balanced. And especially for those of you that have perhaps been in relationships where you were held down or stifled or not really allowed to have your own sovereignty or independence, this could be a relationship in which your partner will be very open to, you know, different, you first of all having your own independence, but as well, this represents somebody who's quite progressive in the way that they think. And it could be somebody who's very social and active in the community. They could have, a group of friends that they would really like to hang out with. And it's the type of person who would hope for you to have your own friends and for you to have your own identity, okay? It isn't a codependent type of person, okay? And usually somebody who's not very judgmental, somebody who sees the good in other people, who's very, perhaps innocent in that way. And maybe, and by the way, the star doesn't represent somebody who's going out and flirting with everybody. It's somebody who's very loyal, in general. And the friendship, friendship is something that kind of goes along with the star as well. So for many of you, you may meet this person in a friendship group. That might be how your relationship starts, actually. And let's see. Some of you can meet this person near the water, okay? Some of you may meet this person at night. For some of you, this person might be somebody that really you like to go stargazing with, or you might feel as if you've wished upon a star and they've come into your life. I see the little bird here holding the little leaf, and it just reminds me of peace being offered. So again, a very peaceful connection. Generally, this is probably not somebody quick to anger or judgment. Somebody who's pretty optimistic for the future as well. So as for your song, I don't know if you guys listened to the beginning, but I took all Etta James songs, so I just randomly placed my favorite songs. And we have Trust in Me. That's so interesting with the star, because the star does talk about, innocence in a way, but also that need for independence individual independence. So maybe, again, this person will want you to trust in them. Let me get the lyrics up here. Okay, yeah. So the lyrics here are, come to me without more speculation. Have no fear. Give me your hand, my dear. Trust in me in all you do. Have the faith I have in you. Love will see us through if only you trust in me. Come to me when things go wrong. Cling to me and I'll be strong. We can get along as long as you trust in me. While there's a moon on high, while there's a bird to fly. Oh my gosh. While there's a you and I, you can be sure I love you. Stand beside me all the while. Face the future with a smile. Trust in me and I'll be worthy of you. So this is definitely somebody who's offering you a lot in terms of the ability to trust them. This is somebody that is very loyal, that you can trust in, that can offer you hope for the future. And again, like that optimism could come in terms of looking towards a brighter future as well. So as well, let's see what else we have. We have ears wide open. So someone who's a very good listener, perhaps. In fact, maybe you meet this person because they're listening to you. Maybe they're in a friendship group and you're going through a rough time and their ears are open to your problems. They're listening to you. We also have past life love. So it says your soul remembers this intense connection, indicating perhaps that there's a past life connection. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have positivity. I like that. Oh, and we have stability. Again, so stable connection, long-term connection. Venus, Moon. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is good. Chiron. Oh, Chiron's all about healing. So again, this might be a very healing connection for you. Let's see. I'm going to put this up here and kind of reorganize a little bit. So with Venus, this tells me that it's a very loving relationship. This person could be very attractive, and they'll find you very attractive. There'll be a very beautiful emotional connection here, one that's very supportive, that likes nice things. This could be somebody that likes to gift you nice things, that wants to look nice for you. So this could be somebody that kind of tries to put on their appearance for you, you know. They might have an appreciation for art and music, beauty, nice things. They might like to take you out to dinner. That might be also how they show their emotions as well. This person's a gentle soul, a very gentle soul. That's for sure. So this doesn't feel like somebody who's too rough. And again, a healing present. For some of you, you really maybe have been burned in the past, and this person's going to teach you how to trust again in love. Because look at this. We have the King. So enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So we have King energy coming out. This is telling me that this person is, very, well, first of all, they're very, mature, okay? And they're a bit of a leader. But they have a benevolence to them, right? And the shadow attributes, we have rulership without restraint, but I don't really get that this person's they're not bad at all, like really, because all the other cards are not really indicating somebody who's very, fulfilling all these shadow attributes. We also have Thief, and it says shed light on your potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. So for some of you, it might have been that you've had aspects or the trust in you stolen, perhaps in relationships and in love, and this person is going to try to renew that faith in you and that trust in you, to know that you have a lot of that. They will guard your wealth and your beauty, right? And then it says here, slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Wow. Okay. And it says here, and then here for some of you, I really do feel a strong message that some of you have been in a kind of a pushy relationship, maybe where you didn't have, maybe you were always just living for somebody else and they didn't treat you right and they kind of did what they wanted, but maybe they had certain expectations of you. I'm not sure, because we do have giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Perhaps your power was taken away by somebody else, or some of you were taken advantage of in some way. But I do feel like this person is, again, and look at this. It says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Trust in me. So again, trust is a huge part of this relationship. And maybe they do, build with you, with you this trusting connection, because they listen to you and they're there for you. Again, like I see a positive outlook in this person. We have positivity, of course, and the star, like I said, so a very optimistic type of soul. Let's see for the majority of you, how will the majority of pile number 1 meet this person? Okay, we have the Tower, unexpectedly, perhaps. The Hierophant. For some of you, you may be quite surprised to find out that this person has feelings. For some of you, this might be a friend who is, lending you an ear, and suddenly, one day out of the blue, they sort of come at you with all this information. And they've been watching you here at the Page of Swords, perhaps, listening, studying. And yeah, I think for a lot of you, this is going to be a friend, and you'll have no idea what hit you. With the 2 keys there, I feel a lot of secrets exchanged, a lot of openness between the 2 of you. So again, you may share secrets with this person, and you can trust them with these secrets. The 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands can indicate like a party. This doesn't look like a party. Wow. This deck is something different. I need to probably read the meanings, but I'm just kind of going with my original, knowledge of tarot here, rather than focusing on the individual, meanings of this deck. But this does tell me that there's stability here, right? So it can indicate that this person's offering you stability through a difficult time as well. The Hierophant can be somebody that you meet in court, through church, or any type of religious, in a religious institution of some kind, any kind, like mosque, or, well, no, you're probably not going to meet you're probably not going to meet them in the mosque, but that's probably not realistic. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That can be. It can also represent the government. But again, I do get the sense that a lot of you, this is going to be somebody that you didn't expect. You might have thought it was all only platonic or something, and then they'll come out with it. Bam. And this could be actually a drunken night at a party. For some of you, there might be a get-together in which they confess feelings unexpectedly. Let's see, for those of you. Oops. 6 of Pentacles. This person might offer you some kind of help, a gift. We could, let's see. This person could have a position of power for some of you, okay? And maybe that's why you won't realize that they like you. Maybe they're a boss, or, you go to the courthouse and meet somebody, and you know, it's a judge or something. I don't know. Like, that's not going to be the story for all of you, but it might be that they have this type of position in which you're not expecting it. We have the Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay, so for some of you, there could be a bit of an age gap here with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. Some of you might be older or younger than this person. There could be a conversation, though. I do feel like there's a conversation that will take place, though. One of you might be more knowledgeable than the other, or one might be in a position of power. So, again, I feel like, and this could go the other way, okay? But it could be that you're either lending this person an ear for help, or vice versa, okay? Or maybe it's like you're giving this person advice, or they're giving you advice, okay? Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. Those are some of the messages I'm picking up. And yeah, I think that's... What else do we need to know about this love story? This is absolutely adorable. 5 of Wands. There could be a playful energy here. There could be a little bit of competition or arguments at times. 8 of Pentacles. Some of you might have been waiting for this person for some time. Yeah, holding on. I feel like this person can offer a lot of a bond to you, though. I do see the Strength card, and I mention this often, especially in personal readings, but I do see the Strength card as kind of a soulmate type of card. Usually there's an infinity symbol on it. I don't think there's one on this one, but it does indicate to me a very strong bond, and one that grows very gradually as well, by the way. So it's usually not, it's not one that, and with stability here too, it says that, first of all, this relationship can stand the test of time, but also is a relationship that grows slowly. I feel there's slow progress. It's not something that's, you just meet them and hook the heck up, and that's it, ring in the wedding bells or something. It's going to be one that develops over time. Especially because some of you may meet this person during a difficult part of your life. You might be going through a big breakup or something else. Not all of you, but for some of you. So, let me see. Let's get some charms. We have Cinderella, we have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius again. Oh wow, we have a lot of signs here. Aquarius, okay, that could be a friendship group. Libra, so friends to partners. Pisces, so there could be hidden feelings. And Leo, this could be someone that you share a mutual hobby with. Let's see, who rescued who? So maybe you guys are both there for each other through something. Maybe it's healing for both of you. Maybe that's kind of the dynamic of your relationship. We have a bow. When I think of the bow, I always think of the T card, you are highly thought of. And so maybe this person, regards you very highly. For some of you, you may have known this person through, there might be a childhood connection or a child involved. We have service award, 2 years. So, wow, okay, that's interesting. Maybe for some of you, you'll know this person for 2 years, or this 2 years or something is indicated here. Maybe you'll, it'll be like you'll know each other for 2 years before you actually, I can't believe I just said that twice, get together. We have lived the life you love. And again, we have this heart with wings, which reminds me of a love with freedom. I just posted something on my Instagram today, but by the time this is posted, I'm sure it'll be gone, but it was a book I was reading about relationships, like toxic connections and stuff, and it just kind of reminded me of that it won't be like one in which there's a lot of selfishness. See, and look at Cinderella. Cinderella, she comes from maybe a place from some of you aren't valued or something, and this person will help you feel valued and appreciated. Because, this is one where the slave came out, right? And Cinderella, what is Cinderella? But she kind of is like a slave for her step siblings and stepmother. We also have a son, so this makes me think of a happy relationship. We have, so Leo, Sagittarius, a lot of fire energy. There could be travel involved. There also could be religion, by the way. So again, there could be this idea of meeting through religious practices or spiritual practices. Somebody could be a bit outgoing and a bit of a leader. There might be a status in the community because the ruler of we have Aquarius and Capricorn, so like the ruler of the 11th and the 10th, or the 10th, the ruler of the 10th and 11th could be like someone who's like a big deal in the community. Let's see. It also could be somebody who's a big deal in social media, by the way, as well. Because we also have Pisces, the 10th house, and this person could actually be involved in social media, or you might meet through social media as well. What else here? We have Treasure Island, and this leaf, which could indicate, the leaves falling, like maybe healing, kind of like a new phase, letting go of the old. So you might, when you meet this person, you might be letting go of something, or need to let go of something for it to happen. I do see you guys are a match, though. Not only because of Libra, but because there's these two sides. There's some kind of there's similar beliefs here, a similar belief system, similar morals. Actually, Jupiter in a woman's chart usually represents the ideal husband. So, because that's where you really actually come together as a couple, is the 9th house, because it's like about your ideals, your beliefs, your morals and stuff like that. So it's actually quite important for a long-term relationship. You guys might see things the same way. You might have similar hopes and dreams for the future. You might have similar political beliefs, and generally I feel like a very balanced type of couple. And even if you don't agree, you're gonna agree to disagree without much resentment. You know what I'm saying? So let's get some letters. Okay, let's see. We have a lot of eyes. What the heck? When you meet them, it's gonna be like, eee! You're gonna be excited. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll take like a few more. Oops, did I just blow the candle out? Oops. Almost. Okay. So we've got... Oh my gosh, somebody's lucky. Someone's marrying me. We've got Lisa. Wait, where's A? Congratulations. No, joking. There's Liz though too. Lisa, Liz. Well, I have all of those names. Okay. We also have Tiger, I think. Yep, we have Tiger. So maybe someone's born in the year of the tiger. And we also have Ox. Oh, I'm an ox. Tiger and ox. We also have... Oh, we almost have clock, but not quite. We have lure. Lure this person. Clure. That's not even a name, I don't think. But we have Claire. So maybe someone's name is Claire. We have... Oops. We have... Ho. Uh-oh. We have Lie. So maybe when you meet this person, like I said, if they are putting up a bit of a front, maybe there's something like that. We also have... We have cover. Cove, okay, so cove, that's like by the sea. Cover, okay, covering up their feelings, for instance, or acting as a cover of protection for you. We have Cole, okay, so there's a name, Cole. We also have, oh my gosh, this name, no, that's not a name, never mind. Wait, that is a name, I think, but I think, yeah, okay. We also have, let's see. We have, I think, Rachel. Hold on. Yeah, we do have Rachel. So Rachel. We're getting a lot of girl names. Somebody commented recently, like, there are no girl names in here. And I'm like, well, I don't pick the names, you know. I'm just, like, trying to find out what I can. I don't, like, purposely keep them out. I just see what I see. We almost have Vitali. Bicha. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Dow. We have Dot. And we have... we have Gail as well. Okay, let's see. So I think I'll just stop there. If you guys see some initials or something that makes sense to you, or you speak to you, or you see some names here that I can't pick out because I'm not an expert at this, I would love to hear about them. But take care, guys. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. I'm wishing you all a very beautiful day, lots of love, and take care. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So you chose Angelite. Let's find out more about your person and your love story, okay? So we're starting out with the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I guess I could definitely say that perhaps this is a fated connection, one in which you guys will find each other when the timing is right. Okay, this can also indicate a very open type of relationship as well. So this could be a relationship that is free of jealousy, free of trying to control the other person. You guys could also be quite adventurous together. There may be a love of travel. This can also actually indicate perhaps that you guys meet at a joint type of group. Okay, it also can represent the idea of maybe having similar interests. In fact, even astrology can be considered as maybe like studying philosophy or astrology, organizational organizations and stuff like that, organizational type of groups as well. So it could be that you guys have similar goals for life, similar desires, maybe to help people or maybe inspire people. Usually, like I said, a very open relationship. So for some of you, maybe you are into open relationships, and that would maybe be like who you actually get with is somebody who's kind of like, if you guys are into, what is it called? The poly stuff. I don't know how to say it. I forgot. But you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't have to mean that that's part of it, by the way. It's just possible for those of you that are interested in that type of connection. This could be indicative of that. Usually, this can also indicate some, group settings and, just having a lot of fun together with a lot of different people as well. So like I said, some of you just might have, a nice friend group and like to go around and do things. Usually, very exciting type of relationship, though very, like I said, a lot of similar interests and hobbies, lots to talk about, lots of to do. Okay, so very active perhaps. And even if you're not active in groups, you're active together. Okay, so your song by Etta James is Sunday Kind of Love. Okay, so for those of you that didn't hear the intro, I chose all Etta James songs because I love Etta James, and Sunday Kind of Love is your song. So Sunday Kind of Love, well, that definitely interesting with the Wheel of Fortune, because some of you might have had a lot of not one night stands but short flings perhaps, and you're kind of looking for that one person to kind of come in. In fact, this could start as a fling that turns into something more long-lasting, by the way. But the lyrics to this song are, I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know if there's more than love at first sight, and I want a Sunday kind of love. I want a love that's on the square, can't seem to find someone to care, and I'm on a lonely road that leads to nowhere. I need a Sunday kind of love. I do my Sunday dreaming, oh yeah, and all my Sunday scheming, every minute, every hour, every day. Oh, I'm hoping to discover a certain kind of lover who will show me the way. And my arms need someone to enfold, to keep me warm when Mondays and Tuesdays grow cold. For a love for all my life to have and to hold, and I want a Sunday kind of love. And so again, this idea of a long-lasting partnership is perhaps what you're craving. And maybe someone who's a bit of a leader, somebody who has leadership qualities perhaps too from those song lyrics. But maybe some of you have kind of just had these meaningless relationships, like where it really just didn't get past, basic dating, for instance, or, like I said, maybe for some of you one-night stands, and, or, these short type of flings. And this is one that, represents a more long-lasting love that's going to go beyond just, seeing each other on the weekends or hooking up. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got empathy. Let's see, interference. Yeah, opening to discovery. I love it. That makes it makes a lot of sense here with the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody that perhaps you haven't quite discovered this person yet. For some of you, you haven't met them yet. But again, I feel like this is somebody that's going to definitely open your eyes to a lot of new things. There could be a long distance type of connection here, or maybe you guys are from different cultures. And this person kind of opens you up to a whole new way of life, of living. Dreaming. Grand Trine. Grand Cross. Yes. Interesting. I feel like this person's also part of your life because they're going to spur you into some things that you're meant to do. Okay. Neptune. Let's see. Artist and Midas. We'll get into these cards in a second. But, okay. So, Let me see here. Let me get comfortable. And let me grab my runes. Okay, there we go. So, because I'll probably use my runes in a minute. But, okay, so first of all, we do have interference. So perhaps that's the thing. Maybe for some of you, there's a lot of interference before you get with this person. There could be some kind of interference now with getting together with this person. Again, this might be why the Wheel of Fortune's coming in, because this will come in at the time it's meant to be. Maybe for some of you, you're already kind of tied up elsewhere, or you are... there's just something going on in terms of coming together. There might be a lot of interference in your connection when you first meet. With the Wheel of Fortune, you could meet this person unexpectedly while traveling, perhaps, and maybe the interference will be like long distance, for instance, at first. We also have put away the computer, so working less and having more fun will help strengthen your relationship. I do get the sense, though, that you and this person will be very active, okay? Together, you guys will explore a lot, even if it's just your local area. You're all about going to museums and going here and going there. A lot of, I think, fun experiences together. There also will probably be a very empathic connection between you, connection between you. We have empathy, and it says, I'm open to seeing both sides of this situation. So this person could be quite open-minded here with the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody who, and maybe you are as well, by the way. This can be mutual, it can be vice versa as well. But very understanding and open-minded. There could be a lot of forgiveness, and there could also be a very, like I said, like a telepathic type of connection, or very spiritual type of connection. And when it comes to synastry, you might have some Neptune contacts with this person, so like Neptune Moon, or Neptune Venus, Neptune Sun, Mercury, you know, any type of Neptune inner planet, I would say, contact. Usually it can represent a dreamy type of relationship, right, too? So maybe some of you will dream about this person before they come into your life. I totally ate cookies on here. There are crumbs. Oops. And a lot of dreams together, perhaps. A lot of dreams to accomplish a lot of goals together. You might be quite ambitious together. And you're blessed. This union of yours will be blessed. Even if there is interference, it's destined to succeed. You may have a lot of things, obstacles in the way. We have the Grand Cross. So it's kind of challenges that provoke change or growth. Okay, but I feel like you guys will overcome them. Okay, so again, with the Wheel of Fortune too, that can indicate a period of, like, you know, where seemingly bad luck, you know, and then it turns into like better luck, right? So things kind of turn around. We have Artist, so it says, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. This person could actually be in a healing profession or an artistic profession. That's very possible. So they could be some kind of artistic type of person. They could just have this as a way of speaking. They might be very, you might have this, again, I feel like there's an intuitive connection here beyond the five senses, you know. And let's see, we have Midas. It says, entrepreneurial or creative abilities to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Yeah, some of you might actually want to build something with this person in terms of, I feel like once you guys get past interferences, you guys will have the type of relationship in which you guys can perhaps make things together. You might even go into business together. And you have that ability. Let me see, I want to pull some runes here. So thank you, Eve, for this beautiful bag. I'm glad I don't have to use the other one. It was kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie, the one it came in, and it started to break. Okay, so we have the eye, the web, sun. For some of you, this person or you might be caught up in something at this time. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We had two fall. There also could be a bit of watching each other. Yeah, okay. There could be a little bit of watching each other. There might be some jealous people that try to interfere in this connection in the beginning. I want to say, I'm sorry for some of you, that might be the case. There might be people who are trying to kind of control this connection from going forward. I hate to say that, but some of you might be dealing with that. We also have, I do feel like one of you might be watching the other be caught up in something that is difficult to escape. So this could be like family. It could be, a relationship or something like that. When you first meet, it's either of you could be kind of caught up in something, an obligation, or kind of trapped in something. It could be also just like a lifestyle or, something like that. Like I said, it probably would be different for each of you. But we also have a lot of action here with the sun. An action to learn, a lot of drive to learn together, to learn about each other. There could be a lot of knowledge to be gained as well. Maybe, again, with opening to discovery, you guys might want to explore, travel, like I said, learn together. You might like to discuss books as well, or philosophy, or different ideas. And it does seem like you have some protection around you. With a cauldron, 1 second, let me just see something. The cauldron represents transformation, rebirth, and alchemy. So revamping, life-altering changes about to happen here come from here. So again, this might be a connection in which it brews for some time, and there's maybe some, like I said, some challenges here in getting this together. Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to try to gauge, like, for most of you, how are you, the majority of you watching, going to meet this person? Oops. Almost forgot 2 cards. 6 of Swords, so there could be some travel involved here. Oh, the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are going to meet this person. It could be online or something like that. You make an emotional connection online and you decide to travel towards each other. Or you meet each other while traveling and you end up, meeting again or something like that in the future. The King of Swords, let's see. Well, there's communication possibly. This could be through a male friend or a masculine friend. There could be intellectual interests that you guys meet through. Knight of Cups. Some of you could meet this person through a dating site, or it could be discussion of spiritual topics. It could be, what else could I say here? Yeah, some of you may be looking for love, though, when you meet this person. Like, maybe it's like a dating app for some of you, but for others of you it might be some kind of discussion about, like, maybe spirituality, about some kind of topic that's near and dear to your heart, and you start to make a connection over it. This could be some kind of intellectual game or something like that. Like, it could be a group setting as well, like maybe like a forum or some kind of group. There could also be a party for some of you. For some of you, you might meet at like a costume party. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you can just take that as it is. Some of you might be introduced by somebody as well. Again, there could be this moving on or just ending a relationship, or just about to leave one when you meet this person. So this could be, like, for some of you, like the first person that you date after you break up, or vice versa. What else can I say? Quite a romantic. But maybe, at first, maybe a little bit more of a friend, or somebody who's a little bit more reserved. But yeah, that's what I see there. So I'm going to take some charms and see what comes out. And let me put my runes away. took a few. Ooh, so we have a birthday cake. Or a cake. So maybe there's an event for some of you. You meet them at a wedding, at a birthday party. Maybe you meet them on their, like, you know, or around the time that they, like, for instance, like I met my husband actually right around the time of his birthday. Like, so right after he turned 18. And I was, like, right before my birthday because I'm a few months later. We have Taurus here. And we have Cancer. So this might be prominent in their chart. Okay. This could also indicate, let's see. Well, it's the 2nd and 4th house. So, oh, and we also have Capricorns of 10th house, 4th house, 10th house. One of you might be more extroverted than the other person. One might be more of a homebody. Let's see. We have the starfish, as well as what is this? A peacock. Ooh, so maybe one of you is a bit of a show-off or something like that. We have 2 dice. Again, I get this idea of like a lucky, very lucky connection, like very fated feeling, like what the heck. And I get that too here with this red string key. It's like, it feels like fate unlocks this opportunity for you, this person. It's definitely destined. 2 here, the key to the heart as well. So we have another key imagery here, and another walk. So this is like big time. You guys are meant to be in each other's life. We have this elephant with a broken leg. So again, it might be that you guys get through a lot of tough times. You might, again, find acceptance here. Family is important, perhaps, here. This person wants to settle down and have a family, perhaps, to settle down and have a life. We have the 2 hearts linked. We have Belle and Ariel. So Ariel reminds me, well, first of all, both of these princesses represent coming from, like, totally, like, different backgrounds, right, from their person. Right? So there could be something like, again, like a foreign connection, you know, foreigners to you, or somebody that's quite different as well. Reading, exploration are both really important to both of these princesses. Of course, Belle reads about it in books. Ariel tries to explore as much as she can. So again, exploration is really, really big here in this connection. Discovering things. So I do probably get a sense of mutual, like, love of traveling and stuff, and finding out new topics and stuff. Maybe you guys will want to, like, decorate your home and your travel stuff, like, you know, different little knickknacks and pictures and stuff. Anyways, we also have the leaf here, so it makes me think of turning over a new leaf. And then we have the doozer. I think of this guy as like a doozer from the Fraggle Rock. That's what his face looks like. So they're like little builders, building a stable foundation here with the Cancer charm, right? The 4th house. It's the core of the chart, the roots. So, and we have the Capricorn, so that's like the 10th house. It's kind of like building it up. And then we have Jack. So Jack may be something that resonates with you, maybe like The Nightmare Before Christmas, or maybe there's some kind of aspect to this person that is very similar to him. An idealist, somebody who's trying to build something amazing. So, letters. Let's get some letters. Oh, shoot. I took a lot of them. And I dropped one too. Okay. Well, I see the name Sarah, I think. Yeah. 2 spellings, both spellings of Sarah. I see Corey. Okay. Let's see what else I see. We have hair. So maybe hair is somehow important to this connection. I don't know. Maybe it'll end up making sense. Like nice hair, or a hair accident, or a haircut. We have Ray and Roy. So these are 2 names. But this also person could also be like a ray of sunshine. Because we do have, I think, sun. Do we? Yeah, we do have sun. So maybe a Leo for some of you. This person could be a Leo. We have quiver. Yeah, I don't know what that would mean. Let's see. We have, I think, shiver too. Shivering. So maybe when you meet them, it's cold. Maybe you'll meet in the winter time. We have share. Sharing and caring. I think we have to use the blank one to make sure, though. I'm not seeing as many names here. We have almost the name Charlie, but not quite. We have Nick if we use the blank letter, and Rick as well, by the way. Rick and Nick and sick. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any other ones that are coming off to me like right away, but of course you guys might find some in here. I love it when you do. So tell me if you see any cool words or like initials or names you recognize, or maybe you don't recognize them but you just see them in there. I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and I'm wishing you all the very, very best. I'll stop here and sending you lots of love, and if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down in the description box below, okay? So take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you all next time. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 4, the last pile with the Bumblebee Jasper, this is your reading. So let's find out more about your love story, your future partner, your lifelong type of partner. So we have the Magician. The Magician, representing a person, it does represent somebody who's very witty, smart, intelligent, right? All of these things. Somebody who's very interested in researching things, learning new things. This can represent somebody who's a great teacher, somebody who's a great public speaker, somebody who has a way with words, okay? And when it comes into a relationship, it usually indicates a relationship in which you found somebody that you can really connect to on an emotion, not only an emotional level, but very much an intellectual level, like on an intellectual level, sorry. Usually this is the type of card that would indicate a relationship in which you talk at all hours of the night. You can't get enough of each other. You can always just find something to talk about. So again, if you're looking for that intellectual counterpart, somebody that you can just share all your thoughts with, this is the one. It can represent a relationship that is very much based on friendship. So it may be that you guys meet as friends and you develop romantic feelings as time goes on. It could just also, there's an easiness here in this relationship most likely in terms of getting along with each other and being comfortable about speaking together and speaking with each other. You might have mutual interests as well. What else could I say about this? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Maybe this person's also very good at getting what they want. They might be a very good slick talker, like I said. And your song, your Etta James song for this reading is going to be At Last. So I'm sure this is a song that most people know by her, and it's her most famous song, I guess you could say, probably. I think so. But many of you probably already know the lyrics, It's at last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. So this could indicate that maybe you wait for a while for this person, or when they come in, you're just like, finally, there they are, the person I've been dreaming about. Oh my goodness, we have Prince, romantic charm and potential for power. Okay, so this is definitely somebody who's quite romantic. They could be quite suave, know how to romance and show you a very good time. even male or female, by the way, doesn't really matter. We also have teacher. So this person actually could be a teacher. Maybe you're a teacher, but like I had said with the Magician, that can actually be the card of a teacher. So for quite a few of you, this could be somebody who does teach, or is very good at least communicating their knowledge, right? And teaching doesn't always have to be for children, although we do have wounded child here. But it can also be, you know, just sharing their experiences. Maybe they're good at training people, and just in general leadership. I do get somebody who's very, well spoken. We have Saturn, Pluto, Mercury. We have guilt, friendship, obsession, trust, and tender embrace. Now, I will say that this is a relationship that may not be without its obstacles, okay? When we have guilt here, well, okay, this could be a relationship in which you guys both have a lot of self-growth together, okay? The Magician actually can indicate like a couple who talks things out or even goes to therapy. So it could be that you guys actually end up doing that at some point, but there's that open-mindedness to kind of work things out on a very like verbal level. And I can see a lot of maturity here with Saturn and Pluto. I feel like with Saturn, there's a dedication here. There's a long-term dedication. There's definitely a meeting of the minds and a meeting of responsibility here. I almost feel like many of you will meet this person when you're a bit older, and you have some maturity under your belt, and some experience as well. Mercury's here again, kind of indicating with the Magician, you know, a lot of mental connection, a lot of maybe similar interests, long conversations. You guys might actually meet and bond over childhood wounds, okay? Because of the childhood wounded, it says, awakens compassion and desire to serve others. Wounded children opens the learning path of forgiveness. So there could be something very specific. Maybe one of you was wounded and has a lot of guilt. You know, like sometimes when you get hurt and then you feel guilty for it, there might be some kind of trauma there. That maybe there's some kind of bond, like not a trauma bond, but there might be something in which this person, you help them or they help you to transform, and it's very much through the mind, through communicating. This is definitely somebody that's very trusting or trustworthy as well. We have this friendship. So again, there's this idea that this is a friendship first. This friendship is leading to more. So it may be, again, that you meet this person. This has popped up in a lot of piles, but I think that's one of the best ways to meet someone is to establish a friendship first and then let it grow from there. That's just my opinion, though, of course. So to me, this is ideal. But we have obsession. So someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. So there might be quite... you guys might be obsessed with each other. In fact, with all this like Mercury and the Magician and everything here, and Prince, it could be that you guys are seriously like inseparable when you meet or when you get together finally. It's like you can't stop talking. You just want to be around each other. For sure. But there's something lasting about this with Saturn. Saturn contacts and synastry in particular are very important if you want a long-lasting connection. In fact, I have a friend who did a research on charts of long-lasting relationships, and all of those relationships had Saturn contacts. And I was included in that study, by the way, that little research, because I have a long-term relationship, and my husband and I have Saturn trine Venus. So that is something that does talk about a sticky relationship, one in which you're going to stick together, kind of like that Pussycat Dolls song, Stick With You, I think it is. But yeah, we have tender embrace. So there's a very loving relationship, a long-lasting relationship, one in which perhaps you build a family, and that doesn't have to mean children, right? For those of you that are interested in that. Let's see. Tell me more about this relationship. The Magician again. So there we go. Again, a meeting of the minds. Manifesting power. And look at the infinity symbol above the Magician's head. It definitely makes me think of soulmate type of connection. Or one in which you guys are just like a mirror of each other, or you have very similar thoughts. There might be minds that just meet in a way that you can bounce off each other constantly. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this indicates a relationship with stable foundation, with long-lasting roots. I feel like you guys will blend families, or have a family together, or buy a home together. You know what I mean? This is like a real connection in which it's long-lasting. Building a home together or buying a home together. There could be actually a dream to create a home together, to build your own dream home. The Page of Pentacles. So a lot of goals for the future. You guys might talk a lot about your plans for the future, the ways that you want to invest in your future as well. There might be actually a financial, maybe some of you are into investing and or business, and this person's also into it as well. Or just talking about your earthly goals. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is talking about the fact that this could, well, first of all, this can talk about a free-flowing type of relationship. It could talk about a relationship in which you guys are very open-minded. With the Magician, it usually does talk, you know, I keep saying talk about, but usually it does indicate a relationship that where you guys can talk things out. And the Wheel of Fortune can be like that too, because and it also can represent a relationship that maybe where there's travel and exploration. So maybe some of you will move to a different like area with this person. Make your, yeah, some of you, yeah, there's a confirmation there with the Eight of Cups. You might actually leave the area that you're in, or, and that could be to go to that person, or together you will leave your area. If you guys live in the same, you might like decide to move to a different state, a different city, a different place of, yeah, you might settle somewhere else away from maybe your family or something like that. For some of you, maybe there are family wounds that you're walking away from and kind of building your own family as well. The Five of Cups. Yeah, the Five of Cups and the Devil. There could be some, I will say here with Pluto and the Devil and the Five of Cups, there could be some obstacles sometimes in this connection. It could be that there is a time when you guys are together with this person, and this is going to be only for some of you, and maybe perhaps you one of you walks away. There could be like a coming back together after a period of separation, but there also could be a little bit of codependency here, or you guys are helping each other get over codependent relationships. When we go back to the wounded child, maybe someone has some wounding from their childhood that needs to be healed and walked away from. And maybe that's actually what the Eight of Cups is about. Maybe some of you are leaving the area, or they're leaving their area because of like an oppressive family or something, or a situation from their childhood that isn't happy. Yeah, Knight of Wands. So again, very enthusiastic type of relationship, ready to get up and go. A lot of fun. And let's see, we have the Queen of Cups. So an intuitive connection, a connection that's very loving. One of you might be a bit older. There might be an older female, a younger male, possibly for some of you. But again, gender is not so important. It could just be one's older, one's younger. One's kind of guiding the other, perhaps, in some way. There could be some kind of secrets that are kept, that this person keeps about their sadness, and you discover them, and you kind of perhaps talk them through it, or vice versa. Mercury, some of you could live in the local area with this person. Like I said, Mercury is also teaching, so we have a lot of teaching here. Teachers, lots of teachers. Or somebody who likes to, there could be a lot of writing, like a lot of you might like to write, or this person likes to write and read. For instance, road trips might be fun to go on. Okay, for the majority of those picked pile number 4, how will they meet their person? For the majority of those picked pile. Spirit, how will they meet their person? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. These cards came out again. Huh. Some of you might actually meet teaching, I want to say. Let me see. During the daytime for some of you. And there might be a secret work relationship here, possibly, or a secret type of thing going on. There might be secretive feelings. Yeah, some of you, this might be actually something in which maybe you meet at work and there are secret longings here. Maybe one of you is like more obsessed than the other or something like that at the first, you know, the first part of it. Again, and we're getting the younger, older type of vibe. This could also be meeting someone in your community as well, by the way. Friendship groups, perhaps, like long-standing friendship groups. Work, like I said, is possible. This could be in the summertime. It could also be in the spring or summer. Let me ask a little bit more here. Okay, we have a big change. Meeting false person, sorry. Oops, there are too many that kind of fell over there. Oh, okay, so there could be some kind of, okay, we have a change, meetings, and a false person for some of you. So let's see, a change. Again, there could be some kind of distance here for some of you, or moving, or a big change. Maybe there would have to be a big change involved, or a big transformation in order for this to come together. Meetings. Well, we see that you'll meet with this person somehow. I do feel, again, there's something secretive or difficult at first. There's 7 of Swords here, so maybe it's a secret meeting, or as you meet this person, maybe you have an eye on them and you don't tell them, or they don't tell you. Let's get some runes. Thank you, Eve, for this beautiful bag. I'm so excited. Huh. For some of you, there are challenges in this connection, okay? I'm not gonna lie. There's a mountain here, so that usually talks about obstacles. And the spiral can talk about a journey of some kind. So there could be a lot of obstacles along this journey. In fact, it may get cut out at some point. Maybe that's where that guilt's coming in. Maybe, again, Pluto can talk about the complete, like a phoenix type of situation where it dies and then it is resurrected at some point. Maybe one of you has to like move or something like that, or there's something like, or there's just a cutting off or something. We have the Book. Maybe you guys take each other off your friends. Your Facebooks. Maybe you have to leave your job or leave teaching, or let's see. Yeah, okay, wait. So there's communication here. Maybe this person adds you on Facebook or something. Or there's something about, let's see, learning. Something about learning perhaps too, because we do have the book and the bird, so it's like communicating knowledge. I'm gonna get one more. We have the key. So this might be like a secret relationship in which somebody, either somebody could be with somebody, or there's something going on here. There may be a work situation. There might be something here. There's some kind of secrets. Maybe something has to end. A big change has to happen. And they aren't open. Yeah, that's what it seems like. So I don't know if that's going to resonate with everybody that's watching this pile, but that's what there's definitely a story in there, in these runes, about this connection. Okay, so let's get some charms. Okay, let's stop. I took a lot. I took a lot of them. So we have the fish. This talks to me about abundance. Maybe it's multiple opportunities. Maybe this person's wealthy. We have the starfish, so flexibility, possibilities. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have find joy in the journey. So this might be a journey for some of you. Not an easy one. It might be frustrating. We have the Arthur, angry fist, aggravated fist. We have the Capricorn, so this person could have like a leadership, and we have Mercury, a Gemini coming out, sorry, Mercury, Gemini, same thing. Well, not same thing, but the connection there. And there's a refresh. Some of you are going to split with this person at some point, and you're going to return together, okay? I feel like this is probably a soulmate connection for a lot of you, because we do have that heart and the key, and I see this red thread, so it does talk about something fated to me. Very intuitive. There could be some Neptune here as well between the two of you. We have, see, some of you might both have to go through some extensive changes. We have the 2 leaves coming out. So it might be that there are a lot of changes that each of you have to go through, transformations with Pluto that you all have to go through. Again, I wonder if some of you are already going to have been through a lot by the time you get together with this person. We have give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world, and she believed she could, so she did. So there's a lot of confidence. Maybe for some of you, you're finding your own confidence, or they are, or something like that in the meantime. We have you are always in my heart. There's a lot to indicate that there's like a separation here, that there are a lot of difficulties. We also have a little girl charm. So maybe for some of you, this is a childhood connection. This could also indicate like a daughter for some of you. Maybe some of you have a child or a daughter in particular, or they do, or there might be children involved, or there might be children. There might be a teacher for children, or you might be a teacher or work with children in some way. We have Wuthering Heights, so that's a tragic love story, so that could be the aura around your connection a little bit of a difficult one. We have the doozer, the little doozer guy. It reminds me of the guy from Fraggle Rock, like the little dudes from Fraggle Rock. And someone agreed with me in the comments, so yeah, high five, that guy. I could talk about that this needs a lot of work, you know, that there needs to be some building done here. It could be that you met at work too, for some of you. This is unstoppable though, here with the star. There's something about it. There's growth here. There's possibility. It just might take some time. With the tulips here, it might take some time. There's a lot of, you know, I think of tulips, I think of the big bulbs, you know, and they grow into something. It takes like kind of some time. You have to plant it early and you have to wait a little bit. Well, maybe they bulb fast. I don't actually know. I'm not a gardener. I'm actually terrible at plants. I was good, actually. I was doing really good, and then I had a student, and she'd given me a... She was like an adult student, actually, of mine. I was doing private lessons with her, and she gave me a plant, and I'm sorry, but they had, like, some kind of infestation on them, and they ruined all my other plants. It was really sad. Like, I had a good thing going. I propagated some plants, and they were going so good, and then that happened, and all my plants got ruined. Anyways, sad story. But, that was my, and then after that, I was just like, I'm done with plants. And then I had strawberries on my balcony once, and then I realized that there were forest strawberries, and I was like, these are too tiny, this is boring, bye. And then they died. But anyways, yeah, so tulips might be important here too. And the connection, maybe they'll give you a gift of tulips or something. But yes, that is what I'm seeing for you guys here with the charms. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, and did I say about the Capricorn? And this could be a work situation. One could be a boss, by the way, for some of you, or in a leadership position. I'm gonna get some letters. These are long read. I'm doing a good old-fashioned long reading. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing any names right off the bat or anything. Hold on. I see the word, let's see. Vegan. So maybe some of you are vegan. Or someone is. Man, I'm not seeing any names here. Why am I blind? We got a lot of like similar weird letters, like a lot of G's, like GG. We have 2 Q's, I think, right? Yeah, 2 Q's. Maybe I'll just grab like a few more. A. So D. So I wonder if that is indicative of something like you guys having a similar name, or same initials, or double initials, or because we have like a lot of that, right? Oops. We have care, so maybe a caring connection. We also have, let's see. Man, I'm just not seeing a whole lot of words here. We have rage and rag. We have rave, cave, yeah. Crave, yeah, crave, I said that. Craig. Oh my god, okay, here we have a name, Craig. We also have Dave, I think, probably as well. Like Dave, David. Yeah. Dave. We also have Dan, so like Daniel, possibly. Dan, Daniel, Danny. We also have... Oops. Yeah, let's see. We have vino, wine, in Russian anyways. I think it's probably that in other languages too. I think vino is a big one in different languages. What else do we have? Rio as well, so Brazil. Rio. We have... Looking at city names, I think I could say also Rome, if we use a blank tile, Rome. Oh, we have Vin Diesel. Oh my god, congratulations, some of you. I don't, yeah, anyways. Yeah, we have D as well, D. We have dog as well, so maybe friendship, loyalty. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Sorry, cut me off. I'm like, this is the longest reading ever. I'm like, sorry. I'm gonna go. If you see any initials or letters or words in here that you see that you want to let me know about, I would love to hear about them. And I'm going to wish you all the very, very best. If you'd like to have a, dang it, if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all that information's down below in the description box. And I'm sending you guys so much love. Take care. Bye-bye.